Hi, and welcome to our podcast, Junior High as We Know It. And I have my special guests today. I have Tia and Ellison. They are our experts at junior high level. And our topic for discussion today is, what do you want for dinner? As a parent of a junior high student, I'm really curious because I feel like no matter what I put in front of them for dinner, that's not what they want. So I'm curious to know, what does a junior high student want for dinner? Hello, ladies, and thank you for joining me on our Junior High as We Know It podcast. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hello, I am Ellison, and I am in 6th grade.
My name is Tia, and I am also in 6th grade.
All right, ladies, let's get right to the topic at hand. What are your favorite foods?
Tomatoes.
Tia?
Chipotle.
Of course. Of course it is.
Okay, so now it's dinner time, right? You're coming home from school and you walk in the door and you smell something and you're like, oh my gosh, what's for dinner? What would your favorite dinner be?
Shepherd's pie, which is an Irish dish, or my dad's meatballs.
Nice. Tia?
French fries.
Of course.
I thought you were going to say Chipotle.
You thought? Yeah, I thought so too, but I guess not.
Chipotle and French fries.
Okay.
Where are you getting the French fries from? Are they making them at home or are you ordering them?
Arby's.
So now I'm going to Chipotle to get what? A burrito or bowl?
A bowl.
And then I'm going to Arby's to get?
Curly fries.
And that's your favorite dinner. Got it. Okay. Now, if you could guess, what do you think is the top 5 requested dinners from teenagers in America?
Pasta.
Pasta is on there. It is number 3.
Okay.
Tia, what do you think?
Chicken.
Chicken is on there. It's number 4. Fried chicken specifically, not grilled chicken. So I'm thinking chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, stuff like that. So you're missing number 1 and number 2. What do you think? This should be easy.
It's probably gonna be pizza.
It is pizza. Pizza's
I'd
number
call it-
1. And number 2?
I
The T.
Oh, tomatoes.
It's not
Tomatoes.
It's probably like tacos. Or something.
Tacos.
Oh.
And number 5 is steak. I don't think my kids have ever requested steak, but have you guys ever requested steak for dinner?
No.
Most likely.
Well, you have. Okay. Well, the other interesting thing, going back to fast food, Tia had mentioned it before. How many days a week do you think you're actually getting fast food?
Probably like once a week, I'd say.
Same.
Yeah. Now, if
Does takeout count? Like if you
I would
because
think
like I got
takeout.
Jimmy John's last night.
I would think that would take out. My kids could have takeout every night. They would have takeout every night. So like when they would come home and they asked what's for dinner, they would wish for takeout every night. But that's not good. On average, I thought this was just kind of interesting about teenagers. About 1 out of 3 teenagers consume fast food on each given day. So out of all the teenagers in the world, 1 out of 3 of them are getting fast food every single day. Do you find that a lot or a little, or
Quite
what
a
you
lot.
thought?
A lot.
Do you think that's a lot?
Yeah, every day.
And it's only going up, which I'm sure you could probably understand that too. But I want to switch our mindset now, instead of fast food and what your favorite foods are, to maybe what we should be eating as junior high kids or teenagers.
I like this part.
And I want to talk about centenarians. What do you think a centenarian is?
Since it starts with like century.
Yeah, think about that. Yeah, that
Probably
root
something
word.
that has to do with 100.
It does have something to do with
Called
100.
it
I thought about money.
Well,
cent.
cent, I get it. Dollars. Well, it's 100-year-old person or more. So anybody that lives into their hundreds is called a centenarian. And there's also these areas called blue zones. And in these areas of blue zones, there is a high density of centenarians, so people that live to be 100 and over. And what they're attributing this longevity of life to is not only genetics, because that plays a really big part in it, but what those centenarians are eating. Now, if you could guess, what do you think most of those centenarians are eating?
Rice.
Not rice.
Avocado.
Avocado
Tomatoes.
is on there, and tomatoes are on there. One of the top, I guess it would be snacks, is nuts, papaya, avocado, salmon, bananas, beans, tomatoes. Those are all foods on there that those centenarians are eating. And the other really kind of interesting thing is that their lifestyle is a little bit different. So if I asked you, what's the biggest meal you eat during the day?
Probably lunch.
Lunch. What about you, Tia?
Dinner.
The Centenarian's largest meal is not lunch and it's not dinner. Their biggest meal is
Breakfast.
breakfast. And people have always said that's the most important meal of the day. But what I've also noticed is a lot of junior high kids don't eat breakfast. Would you say that's true?
Probably, or at least they have really small. breakfast.
Really
Kids
small.
go to
but-
school.
Yeah.
It's
So
so early.
maybe in the grand scheme of things, we should be talking more about what we're having for breakfast rather than what we're talking about for dinner. But to wrap this up, do junior high kids want for dinner? I think we're kind of thinking,
Chicken,
so chicken is a safe one.
pasta.
Does it have to be fried chicken?
I mean,
Okay.
I'll have like grilled chicken.
Okay, grilled chicken. So grilled chicken's on the menu, parents.
Pasta.
Pasta's on the menu. Fruit. No vegetables, huh?
Maybe some if you sneak it.
Can we
Maybe
sneak
it's like a sauce version.
Can we sneak in like a whole wheat pasta or just regular pasta?
As long as you have sauce, most likely.
Okay. Good answers, ladies. Well, I think I have enough clues on how to prepare dinner at my house. I appreciate your time, and I'm so thankful for you guys coming in and giving me an outlook on what does a junior high student want for dinner. Why don't you guys go ahead and say bye, I guess. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye, kids.